kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will be first on the attack. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They've got the screen set up. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Utah's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Looking for a gap. It's Brave. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
The run to the right. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. He wants to change this route. Gets the back moving. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Utes are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Bray. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Back to the ground game on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's Joyner to begin the drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running inside. It's Bray. Oh, he's got some space. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Hauls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Utah! Fitted in the window for the score. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Texas Tech will start the drive, the offense ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying play action. Makes the grab.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Breaks a tackle and he might have room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a give to Joyner. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. To the air on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Might be changing the route. To the air on second down. Complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
He's got him. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, going to the air. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat across the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Bishop. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there because the QB got it to his guy early. He was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And we got our first break of the game, right? First break of serve. You've seen 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. And finally, the defense makes a play in this football game, forcing the fourth down, now getting the ball back to your offense, and hopefully they can stay hot.
And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then get...
Got it down the field! And he's brought down after a huge completion. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw it again. Intercepted. Picked off, and he's got open room at the 30. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Here we go, ready.
The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Warner. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. The short hands, it's Thomas. Knocked down at the 22. That's a 1st down, and they can still stop the clock. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Red Raiders peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Had to throw it before he wanted. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Safe completion on the screen. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Under fire, and it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a miss.
Caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock, This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man to the left. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with the Utes head coach coming out of the locker room. They have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter, gain some momentum here, and change the course of this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. This time he wants to throw. Finds space on the right. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Hey, man, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. They have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Pulls and fires complete. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And run inside. It's Joyner. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down, 10 yards to go. Caught behind the line. It's Bishop. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Out of the gun, here's Quentin Joyner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep it off.
Lost one deep down the right side. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brake. Picks up the first down. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Utes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marsh. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35, it's first and 10. Running inside, it's Joyner. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now second and 4. The give, Quentin Joyner running right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it.
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They take the lead with the 6.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. The run inside. It's Bray. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Bray. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They make the stop, but the sweet blowing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Utes have their offense in high gear. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bray. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. So this game not going to go all the way down to the wire as many expected. As we take a look at the scoreboard, top 12 teams in the country, and this result doubtless going to have an impact on those here late in the season. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Shakes a man, and he continues to fight for yards. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Could be an alley. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Utes punched him right back.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Caught near the sideline. It's Marsh. The crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Down here on the Utah sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Break. Over. Here we go. Ready.
Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
That incompletion leaves him staring at a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He makes the catch. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the touchdown, Utes. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this. They kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bishop. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Joyner. Four wide receivers set, trips to the left on 2nd and 3. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Off the RPO, complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. Hand off to Joyner. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Here's Quentin one more time. Can get him to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback Keith fights off a defender. And that'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play, and the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Joyner.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Red Raiders surge back on top.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. Here's a give to Joyner. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. He now has 111 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Joyner again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So now on comes the field goal unit. The cleats will be tested in this driving rain as he tries to kick. They get through and it's blocked. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it started here in overtime. They'll start this drive with a pass. finds a man on the left. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Running the red zone, it's Bray. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink now. Do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
A gut check on the doorstep. 3rd and goal here in overtime. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job.
He caught it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Marsh. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
Pucks it out of the air. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. They'll try to walk it off with a chip shot field goal here in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Got it! And now they take the lead. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.